Imagine standing at the top of a staircase, ready to go up. But this time, everything feels different. Walking seems harder, and each step feels higher than usual. You can't understand why, as you still eat healthily, exercise regularly, and don't feel seriously ill. But why isn't your body reacting like it used to? Even getting up from a chair feels more tiring. How could such a simple movement feel so heavy and sluggish? I know you might think it's due to aging. Everyone says that as we get older, things won't be the same anymore. But have you ever considered that some seemingly harmless habits you do every day could be making this worse? One of the reasons your legs may be weakening is the food choices you make daily without even realizing it. We all know that fruit is an essential part of a healthy diet. Fruits are rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Everyone says eating fruits helps maintain good health, but if you're older, some fruits might actually be silently destroying the strength and flexibility of your legs. This might sound strange, but be patient and listen closely, because I'll show you why. Fruits aren't always the best choice for our bodies as we age. The substances in fruits, such as sugars, acids, and other compounds, can increase blood sugar levels, cause inflammation, and reduce blood circulation to critical areas, especially your legs. In fact, the impact of these fruits is a slow, quiet process, and often we don't realize it until it's too late. So, if you're feeling that your legs are getting weaker, aching after light activity, or just noticing you can't walk like before, it might be the fruits you eat every day that are the culprits. I know this might surprise you, but let me take you on a journey to understand more about these dangerous fruits and how they affect the aging body. More importantly, I'll introduce you to better fruit options that will help you protect your health and maintain your legs' flexibility. Fruits are commonly regarded as an important part of a healthy diet. Since we were children, we've been taught that fruits are good for health, boosting the immune system and providing vitamins and minerals. However, as we age, our bodies no longer function the same way. Functions like digestion, metabolism, and blood circulation begin to slow down. And at this point, some fruits that seemed harmless become invisible threats to our health. Imagine your body as an old car. Even though you maintain it carefully, its parts slowly wear down over time. Fruits, while beneficial when we're younger, can negatively impact the body as we age if they aren't properly digested and absorbed. One of the biggest problems as we age is our ability to handle blood sugar. When you were younger, your body could easily absorb and metabolize the sugars from fruits. But as you get older, blood vessels become more sensitive, and your body no longer processes sugar as quickly. The sugar from fruits, though natural, can cause a spike in blood sugar, leading to inflammation, blocking blood flow, and gradually weakening muscles and joints. Not only that, many fruits are highly acidic, and this can irritate the joints, especially when we already have joint problems or conditions like arthritis. Think of fruits like pineapples and oranges. While they may have many benefits when eaten at a young age, as we grow older, the acids in them can increase inflammation and pain in the joints, particularly the knees, feet, and wrists. The problem becomes even more serious when we continuously eat these fruits without realizing their long-term effects. We keep eating them thinking they're healthy, but we don't know that the accumulation of sugar and acids might be silently damaging the health of our legs, making them weaker, stiffer, and even painful. So what does this mean? Fruits aren't always the best choice for older people. If you're experiencing weak legs, swelling, or feeling fatigued when climbing stairs, you might have been eating fruits that aren't suitable for an aging body. They could cause long-term harm that you're unaware of. In the next section, I'll show you which fruits can be harmful and explain why. This will help you recognize the hidden dangers in your daily diet and how to change your eating habits to protect. When it comes to fruits with anti-inflammatory effects, pineapple is definitely one of the most mentioned. It's fresh, vibrant, and provides a refreshing taste. Pineapple is famous for its bromelain enzyme, which is believed to reduce inflammation and soothe aching joints. So why do I call it the silent culprit for older adults? How can a fruit that seems beneficial actually become the reason for harming your legs? You may be surprised to learn that pineapple isn't always good for older people, especially when consumed in large quantities. As we know, pineapple is rich in natural sugars and acids. For younger people, the digestive and metabolic systems can easily handle the amount of sugar in pineapple. But as we age, the body loses the ability to process sugar quickly and efficiently. This leads to a spike in blood sugar after eating, which damages small blood vessels, particularly in the legs, where good circulation is needed to nourish muscles and joints. This condition doesn't just cause immediate harm. A sudden increase in blood sugar will lead to chronic inflammation, damaging blood vessels, reducing circulation, and thereby decreasing the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the muscles and joints in the legs. You may feel fatigued, sometimes experiencing pain and swelling in areas like the calves, knees, and ankles. You may not notice this immediately, but over time, this symptom becomes more pronounced and makes moving much more difficult. Additionally, the acid in pineapple is another factor to consider. While pineapple can aid digestion and provide vitamin C, its high acidity can irritate joints, especially if you already have joint issues or inflammation. People with arthritis or other joint diseases may notice an increase in pain after eating pineapple. Areas like the knees, wrists, and hips will feel more strained and painful, making it harder to move, even with minimal activity. And if you are taking medication, especially blood thinners, pineapple could add extra risk. The bromelain enzyme in pineapple can interact with these medications, altering their effects. This can lead to overdose or reduced efficacy of the medication, causing unwanted side effects. You might be wondering, does this mean pineapple is completely bad for older adults? The answer is not entirely no. Pineapple is still a nutritious fruit when consumed in moderation and suited to your body. However, it's important to know when to stop eating pineapple, especially if you experience symptoms like swollen legs, pain, or difficulty moving after eating. That's when you should reconsider your diet and replace pineapple with fruits that have a more positive effect. Continuing the story about fruits we think are good for health but may actually cause harm, let's now look at bananas. One of the fruits that most of us consider a perfect choice for boosting muscle health. Bananas are a source of potassium, a mineral known to be essential for maintaining muscle function and preventing cramps. As such, many people believe that bananas help them maintain strong and flexible muscles. But in reality, bananas might be a muscle imposter, a fruit that doesn't live up to its appearance, especially for older adults. Although bananas are rich in potassium, they also contain a relatively high amount of natural sugars and easily digestible carbohydrates, which leads to a major problem for older people: a sudden increase in blood sugar after eating. When blood sugar spikes, the body reacts by releasing insulin to control blood sugar levels. However, as we age, the body's ability to process insulin diminishes, leading to insulin resistance, which makes metabolism more difficult and increases the likelihood of inflammation. Insulin resistance can directly impact muscles and their ability to recover. The more insulin resistance there is, the less blood and oxygen flow to the muscles, making it harder for the body to maintain strength or recover quickly after activities. You may begin to feel your legs becoming heavier, your calves stiff and sore after walking or climbing stairs, and sometimes even gentle movements can cause pain. Additionally, bananas have a water-retaining effect, which can cause swelling, especially for those who already have heart or circulation issues. This water retention can lead to swollen ankles, feet, and even knees, creating obstacles to movement and increasing discomfort when standing or walking. So, if bananas are the imposters for muscle health, you might wonder whether this fruit isn't suitable for older adults. The answer is not always. Bananas are still a nutritious fruit when eaten in moderation, and if you don't have issues with diabetes, heart disease, or arthritis. However, if you are experiencing symptoms like swollen legs, feeling heavy in the legs, or pain after eating bananas, it might be time to reconsider your diet. After exploring the effects of bananas, let's now look at a small, cute fruit that everyone thinks is a great choice for health: grapes. Grapes are one of the most popular and beloved fruits worldwide. With their easy-to-eat shape and sweet taste, grapes are often considered an ideal choice for those looking for a healthy snack. Grapes are also famous for providing numerous antioxidants and are known for protecting heart health. However, what many don't know is that grapes can be one of the silent culprits causing joint pain and inflammation in older adults. The story of grapes begins with a component that few think about: fructose. Fructose is a natural sugar found in grapes and some other fruits. When you eat grapes, fructose is absorbed into the body and processed in the liver. However, when the amount of fructose is too high, the liver cannot process it all, leading to the conversion of excess fructose into uric acid, a substance that causes gout. Uric acid accumulates in the joints, particularly in smaller joints like the toes, wrists, and knees, causing them to swell, turn red, and become painful. Have you ever felt sharp pain in your toes at night, or felt stiffness and pain when moving? This could be a sign of gout caused by consuming too many grapes. But it's not just gout. The fructose in grapes also increases inflammation levels in the body, which worsens joint pain. The pain, swelling, and difficulty moving don't just occur in one joint, but can spread throughout the body. Chronic inflammation from fructose can slow the recovery of joints and muscles, causing them to weaken and become harder to move. The problem is that grapes are a fruit that's easy to overeat. Because grapes are small and sweet, it's easy to consume a large amount without realizing it. A cup of grapes can contain a significant amount of sugar, and if you eat too much, the fructose will accumulate in your body, leading to issues with inflammation and joints. Especially for older adults, when the body no longer processes sugar and nutrients the way it used to, eating grapes frequently can lead to serious health problems. So, does this mean grapes are a bad fruit that you should completely avoid? Not necessarily. Grapes are still a nutritious fruit and beneficial for health when consumed in moderation, especially if you don't have issues with gout or arthritis. However, if you're experiencing joint pain, swelling, or stiffness after eating grapes, it may be time to reconsider your diet. After exploring the effects of grapes on joints and inflammation, let's move on to another fruit that many people consider an excellent choice in the summer: watermelon. Watermelon is seen as a great fruit for quenching thirst and replenishing water in the body during hot summer days. With its high water content, watermelon can help you feel cool and comfortable. However, like the other fruits we've discussed, watermelon can also have hidden risks that you might not expect, especially for the health of the legs in older adults. Watermelon does indeed contain a large amount of water, but the issue is not the water it provides, but rather how it affects your blood sugar levels. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index, which means that when you eat watermelon, your blood sugar levels will spike quickly. For younger people, the body can handle these sugar spikes without any issues. However, as you age, the body's ability to process insulin decreases, leading to insulin resistance. This makes it harder to maintain stable blood sugar levels, and the rapid increase in blood sugar after eating watermelon can have long-term negative effects. When blood sugar rises, the body releases insulin to help lower it. However, as you age, insulin production becomes less effective, leading to the accumulation of sugar in the blood and causing chronic inflammation. Especially for people with circulation problems or joint-related diseases, watermelon can worsen this inflammatory condition. Pain in the calves, ankles, and knees will occur, and climbing stairs or even taking light steps can become a challenge. In addition to increasing blood sugar levels, watermelon can also cause fatigue and increase the feeling of heaviness in the legs, as the body is unable to effectively use the energy from the watermelon. You'll feel your legs sluggish, lacking vitality. And if you eat too much watermelon, this condition can persist, making you feel more fatigued throughout the day. So, should we eliminate watermelon from the diets of older adults? The answer is not completely. But if you're experiencing symptoms like swollen legs, fatigue, or difficulty moving after eating watermelon, it may be time to reconsider how you consume this fruit. Watermelon is not bad, but if consumed excessively, especially in the context of the body being unable to process blood sugar as effectively as before, it can harm your health. Continuing our story about fruits that seem healthy but can actually be harmful, let's now talk about oranges, one of the most common fruits and considered rich in vitamin C. Oranges are seen as a natural remedy that boosts the immune system, brightens the skin, and is particularly good at fighting colds. However, oranges don't always provide the benefits we think, especially for older adults. Although oranges provide a lot of vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that helps boost the immune system, they have a major drawback: their acidity. Oranges contain a high amount of citric acid, and for older adults, the body no longer processes this acid as efficiently as it did when they were younger. When the body cannot digest the acid properly, it can easily irritate the joints, particularly for those already suffering from arthritis or joint pain. Symptoms may include aching and stiff joints, especially in areas like the knees, wrists, and other vulnerable joints. Frequent consumption of oranges will make pain and stiffness worse, making it harder to move. If you wake up in the morning and feel your joints stiff, or if you feel aching after sitting for long periods, the acid in oranges might be one of the reasons your condition is worsening. The acids in oranges not only irritate the stomach, but can also enter the bloodstream and directly affect sensitive tissues in the joints, increasing inflammation in the body. Moreover, oranges can also cause fluctuations in blood sugar levels. When you eat oranges, your blood sugar will spike quickly due to the natural sugar content. For older adults, the body cannot regulate blood sugar as effectively as it did when they were younger, leading to systemic inflammation. The aching, swelling in the joints becomes more severe, especially when oranges are consumed regularly over a long period without control. So, is orange completely bad for older adults? The answer is not entirely yes. Oranges are still an excellent source of vitamin C and can benefit the immune system if eaten in moderation and without joint issues. However, if you already have joint problems such as arthritis or circulatory diseases, eating oranges can increase inflammation and make it harder to move. You might be thinking that oranges can still be part of a healthy diet, but remember that moderation is key and understanding your body is important. If you experience joint pain or stiffness after eating oranges, try replacing them with other sources of vitamin C that are less acidic, such as guava or strawberries, to protect your joint health. So, we've explored the potential harm of oranges for older adults. But our journey doesn't end here. There's another fruit, thought to be milder and less sweet, that could have similar harmful effects: green apples. Let's continue exploring in the next section. Let's begin by talking about malic acid in green apples. This is a natural acid found in apples, giving them their characteristic sour taste. While malic acid may be good for the digestion of younger people, as we age, the digestive system becomes more sensitive, and this acid can irritate the stomach and even the joints. When malic acid enters the body, it can damage the soft tissues in the joints, causing aching sensations, especially in areas like the hips, knees, and ankles. You might not notice this immediately, but over time, eating green apples regularly can increase the feeling of soreness, stiffness in the joints, and difficulty moving. In addition to malic acid, green apples also contain natural sugars. Although they are not as sweet as red apples, green apples still contain a certain amount of sugar. For older adults, the body can no longer process sugar as quickly and efficiently as it used to. Eating green apples can cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels, which not only affects digestion, but also increases inflammation in the body, particularly in the joints. When blood sugar fluctuates drastically, the body responds by increasing inflammation, making stiffness and joint pain worse. The problem becomes even more serious because green apples are often eaten raw, even before going to bed. At this point, the body doesn't have time to rest and recover from the long day, and it has to continue processing the effects of green apples. This can leave the body feeling drained the next morning, making you feel tired and sore as soon as you wake up, with lingering aches in your legs, knees, and hips. So, are green apples really bad for older adults? The answer is not always. Green apples are still a good source of vitamin C and fiber when eaten in moderation. However, if you feel soreness, joint stiffness, or fatigue after eating green apples, it may be time to reconsider your eating habits. Green apples can be a very mild imposter, but they quietly harm your body. We've explored several fruits that may harm your health as you age. And now, let's talk about a sweet and energy-rich fruit that many people love during the summer: mango. With its delicious, juicy flavor and easy-to-eat nature, mango is considered a very nutritious natural fruit. But when it comes to the health of older adults, mango can be a hidden sugar bomb, and its effects can harm your joint and muscle health without you even realizing it. Mango is one of the fruits with the highest natural sugar content. Although we are often encouraged to eat more fruit because they provide vitamins and minerals, mango contains such a large amount of sugar that it can have a serious impact on older adults. When you eat a mango, your body quickly absorbs a large amount of sugar, leading to a sudden increase in blood glucose levels. For those under 30, the body can handle this easily. But as you age, the body's ability to regulate insulin decreases, and high blood sugar levels won't be controlled as they were before. As blood sugar rises, the body responds by releasing insulin to manage the levels. However, as you age, the body can't produce insulin as efficiently as it did when you were younger, leading to insulin resistance. This makes it harder for the joints and muscles to recover. The increase in blood sugar not only affects your energy levels, but also causes inflammation in the body, especially in the joints. Older adults may begin to feel their legs become heavier, with aching, swelling in the joints like the knees, ankles, and even a burning sensation in the toes. What's notable is that mango is a fruit you can't easily consume in moderation. With its sweet, smooth flavor, it's easy to eat more than a small portion, causing your sugar intake to increase rapidly. When you eat too many mangoes, you will not only be affected by the sugar, but also feel tired and lacking in vitality. This can make you feel like your legs are weakening, making it harder to move, and even light steps become difficult. So, should we completely remove mango from our diets? The answer is not completely. Mango is still a nutritious fruit with many vitamins and minerals, and it can be beneficial for younger people. However, for older adults, mango consumption should be limited. especially if you are facing issues with blood sugar, joints, or circulation. If you feel your legs becoming heavier, joint swelling, or a burning sensation after eating mango, it might be time to adjust your diet. After exploring fruits that can harm health as we age, let's now move on to an equally important part: healthy fruit alternatives that not only help reduce inflammation but also support joint and muscle health. If you're concerned about the negative effects of fruits high in sugar and acid, don't worry. There are many other options that you can enjoy without worrying about their potential harm. Let's start with strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries, 3 small yet powerful fruits in fighting inflammation. These fruits are not only low in sugar, but also rich in antioxidants, which help protect the body from cellular damage caused by free radicals. The antioxidants in these fruits can help reduce inflammation and improve blood circulation, which is crucial for older adults. They especially help boost blood flow to muscles and joints, reducing pain and swelling, making it easier for you to move and alleviating fatigue. Another great option is cherries. Cherries, especially tart cherries, can help reduce uric acid levels in the body, which in turn reduces pain from gout and other joint inflammation issues. Studies have shown that cherries can decrease inflammation, soothe painful joints, and help your body recover faster after physical activity. However, be sure to eat cherries in moderation, as while they're great for health, consuming too many can increase blood sugar levels. Next is avocado. You may not think of avocado as a fruit, but it's an excellent choice for joint health. Avocados are rich in healthy fats that help reduce inflammation and protect your joints from damage. The unsaturated fatty acids in avocados help lubricate the joints, reduce stiffness, and improve mobility. Avocados also help regulate insulin levels, helping the body maintain stable energy without causing a rapid spike in blood sugar. If you're looking for a gentle choice for your digestive system, papaya is a wonderful option. Papaya contains natural enzymes that make digestion easier and soothe inflammation in the body. It's a gentle option for the stomach and joints, especially for those with digestive issues or arthritis. Papaya also contains vitamin C, which supports immune health and muscle tissue regeneration. Finally, don't forget pears. Pears are a sweet option, but cause less of a blood sugar spike compared to other fruits. They are very high in fiber and can help regulate blood sugar levels without causing sudden increases. Pears also support digestion and help reduce joint inflammation, which is essential for older adults at risk for joint and circulatory diseases. These fruits not only provide essential nutrients, but also help reduce inflammation, supporting healthy joints and muscles. More importantly, they are great alternatives to fruits that may harm your health. For a healthy diet suited to the needs of your aging body, remember to choose fruits that are not only delicious but also nutritious and safe for your health. We have gone on a long journey exploring the fruits that can harm your health as you age, and I hope you've come to realize the importance of choosing foods that suit your body at different stages of life. What I want you to remember most from this conversation is this: small changes in your diet can lead to big changes in your health. Choosing fruits should not just be based on what you've heard or what you think is healthy. Fruits can bring many benefits, but they can also cause harm if not consumed correctly, especially as we age and our bodies no longer process them as before. Don't let old eating habits cause unnecessary health issues. Take the time to learn and listen to your body. It's important to choose fruits that fit the needs of your body as you age. Fruits like strawberries, cherries, avocados, and papayas not only help protect your health, but also support your body in maintaining strength and flexibility, especially in your legs. A healthy diet will help you feel stronger, more energetic, and allow you to enjoy your later years with freedom and without pain. So, if you found this information helpful, Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on more valuable videos about health, nutrition, and healthy living. Share what you've learned and one change you're ready to make to improve your health. When we share and support each other, we grow together and live healthier lives. Remember, you are never too old to make a change, and the small changes in your diet today will help you live a healthier and freer life in the future. Wishing you continued good health and energy, and don't forget that healthy legs are the foundation for a life of freedom.